Greetings, F1 enjoyers, and welcome to this year's Belgian Grand Prix, which is being held at, yep, you guessed it, the historic Spa-Francorchamps circuit. This year's Belgian Grand Prix begins with, thankfully, not a rain delay, but with the formation lap to get to the grid and Kimi Antonelli jump into lead. Also, I forgot to mention that Ferrari has the Macarena wing removed, so yeah, the Macarena wing was banned, so they no longer have a chance to win. Verstappen takes the lead, but Antonelli gets it back. And George Russell gets into the gravel. This brings out a yellow flag. Ocon also gets into the gravel. Max Verstappen also fell back to third. The safety car had to get deployed. Seriously? It's already the first freaking lap and there's a yellow flag. Yeah. George Russell will not be happy about this one. Hadjar and Behrman pit in during the safety car period. Even the two Cadillacs join in alongside them. But anyways, the safety car period has ended and the race restarts with Kimi Antonelli continuing to lead. Piastri gets past Hamilton as boost is now enabled. Leclerc hangs on to second. Verstappen holds on to third. Holy crapper! Max Verstappen takes second from Charles Leclerc. Despite this, Antonelli continues to lead. I also forgot to mention that Hamilton gets noted by the stewards. Contact ensues with Piastri and Hamilton. And the race gets yellow flagged for debris. Thankfully, it's only a short yellow and you have to keep in mind, debris cleanup does not cause a full course yellow like it does in NASCAR, it just causes a brief yellow. So, that's something that has to be kept in mind in Formula 1. And yeah, I'm glad it's a short yellow. And Lewis Hamilton gets penalized. Now, this will affect his championship standings. So far, Antonelli continues to lead. Piastri also gets damage done to the floor of the car itself. On Eau Rouge, the Ferraris are third and fourth, but it doesn't matter as Lewis Hamilton still has that penalty. Gasly and Sainz come down to pit road. Lawson is next to come down to pit road and Colapinto joins in alongside him. Lindblad is next to come down to pit road and Ocon joins in alongside him. Verstappen is next to come down to pit road and surrender second to Leclerc. The VSC gets deployed. Antonelli is next to come down to pit road. Leclerc is now in the lead. Max Verstappen sets the new fastest lap of the race. More debris appears in the track and another VSC gets deployed. Leclerc and Hamilton both come down to pit road. No further investigation for Arvid Lindblad. Leclerc gets closer to Norris. Come on, man, get past him. Yes, he got past him. Take that, Zach Brown. Verstappen's tires are losing grip as they get more worn. Antonelli and Norris bow for second. Norris manages to hold off Antonelli. Hamilton gets noted for an unsafe release. In the bus stop chicane, the bow for second continues, and yeah, it's also called the bus stop chicane like Watkins Glen. Antonelli gets past Norris after he becomes vulnerable while harvesting. Verstappen and Norris bow for third. Norris tries fighting back, but Verstappen holds him off. Antonelli keeps getting faster and faster, as Charles Leclerc's lead gap has now shrunken down to 1.6 seconds, and also keep in mind that Charles Leclerc is running on really worn tires and also has gearing issues and some other mechanical issues. Yeah, it's Formula 1. What do you expect? Norris comes down to pit road. Finally, about time. He also has a long pit stop. Leclerc is also having issues with the gear shift. I mean, not a big surprise, am I right? I pretty much explained it. Not the first time I've heard of this issue. I mean, how many times have we ever heard of this one before? I mean, it's probably why Damon Hill lost the race, because gearing issues. Antonelli is now right on Leclerc's tail. Here we go, the bow is on. Leclerc gets held up by Bottas. Holy crapper! Kimi Antonelli gets past Charles Leclerc. Now that is a sweet move. Yes! He's back in the lead, where he belongs. Leclerc uses overtake, but he has to get that energy back, so he shouldn't bother doing yo-yo effects. Hamilton and Piastri battle for fourth. Hamilton tries getting past him, but Piastri defends. With 4 to go, Antonelli continues to lead. Lewis Hamilton manages to get past Oscar Piastri. Antonelli gets track limits warnings as he is slower in the high-speed sections and tries cutting them. Yeah, don't do that, Kimi Antonelli. You know you get warnings for it. On the final lap, all Kimi Antonelli has to do is not make any hilarious mistakes and take the win. And just like that, Kimi Antonelli wins this year's Belgian Grand Prix! Yay! He's back at victory lane! Yes! About time, man. As expected, we get the driver interviews, driver talk in the cool-down room, which is a Formula 1 thing, as IndyCar and NASCAR usually have trackside interviews, and the winning driver's national anthem that gets played in the podium. Yeah, it's not victory lane in Formula 1, it's the podium. So yeah, in my opinion, the Belgian Grand Prix is way better than the other two disastrous crown jewel races that went on in Formula 1, especially Monaco with the track falling apart. And Silverstone with the whole safety car debacle. So it gets an 8 out of 10. Yeah, it gets a point, because Kimi Antonelli won, and I always love seeing Kimi Antonelli in victory lane. But it's still pretty uneventful for the most part, but hey, that's how Formula 1 goes. You either get a really huge lead gap or overtakes in the pit stop, so yeah. And, as a bonus, I decided to do the Lego Technic John Deere set that I got. So, let's go. Alrighty, it's time to build us. Yeah, it's not a race car, it's a logger vehicle. I don't know why my brother, well, one of my brothers always insists on having, well, John Deere's being race cars. John Deere doesn't make any racing machines. And they don't make any sports cars. This is a logger truck. Yeah, and this is also bonus content for the Formula 1 race review. I got some catching up to do. Hopefully this will be quick. Because it looks like a short Lego, well, one of those Lego sets that would be done in 20 minutes or less. Yeah, 117 pieces. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's see. Okay. Yeah. It's the pass for Bionicle sets. It has a similar piece counts. Except, well, it's not an action figure, it's a logger truck. And it's not actually a true Bionicle set. Although I'd love to see Bionicle make a comeback. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Speed Champion set of the year. That's a joke, by the way. This is not really a Speed Champion set. Yeah, I like to make a bunch of jokes. There's only a few stickers, but it is a small set, so that is to be expected. Okay, here we go. Now we got a piece onto there. Oops, the piece just fell off. Alrighty. we go. Yeah, John Deere. It's not a racing bit. Yeah, I'd like to see Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing run a John Deere car in the Brickyard 400s. Yeah, a Ryan Preece car that has the John Deere sponsor and is a tribute to Chad Little's car. But that's not likely ever going to happen, though. Unless through an absolute miracle. Come on. Get on there, man. There it is. Okay, here we go. Now it's time for the wheels. Yeah, and the wheels are going to be on. In the end, like I usually do. Almost done. Oh, right. This is how you make a racing machine. John Deere's a logger truck. John Deere's never made any racing machines. They made lawnmowers and logger trucks and harvesters and stuff like that. Okay. Almost finished. Okay, here we go. Now we got this piece to deal with. Come on. cool, isn't it? Now let's put on the wheels. Alright, as we get the wheels on, we'll take a closer look at the set itself. What's that guy doing in there? Yeah. There's a friggin' insect in my Lego basket. Yeah. Don't you dare live in there, man. Anyways, let's get the wheels on. And it's finished! The John Deere logger vehicle is finished. Let's take a closer look at it. Well, here it is. The Lego Technic 42218 John Deere 1470H wheeled harvester, aka the John Deere logger truck, or logger vehicle. And yeah, it's got a swivel arm and a lot of cool gimmicks. Yeah. And all you have to do to pick up this is to use this as a grabbing arm. Pretty cool, isn't it? But it's far from a race car. Just have to right on the money. There it is. It's far from a race car or racing vehicle, but it gets the job done. Look at that. Really amazing. Yeah, and that's that. Thank you for watching. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.